Good morning, everyone. Now we are going to start a new module that is about computer networks. This is also one of the main topics when we consider the computer science as a whole subject. Now we are going to study only the basic concepts in this particular subject called computer networks. So we will see what are the topics we need to cover under this particular module. It includes the introduction part. We have to learn about what is a computer network and what are the advantages of using it. It is also known as goals of networking. And we have to see how these are connected with the help of topologies that are discussed under network topologies heading. We have different types of topologies and we will learn that in this particular section. Then we have to consider different types of networks in terms of the geographical area they are located. Based on that, we have LAN, MAN, WAN, etc. So we are going to learn that part in this heading, types of networks. Then we need to learn at least two models that are network models. These two are very famous models. One is ISO OSI model, which is a 7-layered model, network model. And the other model is actually for the internet, that is TCP IP model. So we will learn in detail about these two models. These models help the communication between the systems very easily. So for that we are using this layered models. So that we will discuss in detail there. And how these are connected through medias. These computer network, in computer network, the systems or the resources should be shared in using with the help of some medias that will be discussed here. There are two types of medias, that are guided medias and unguided medias. We will learn what are these type of medias. So this is the syllabus for this particular module. We can cover it by maximum 4 or 5 classes. So now I am going to give an introduction about the subject. So we must know what is a computer network. Actually, computer networks are used for data communication, and data communications are the exchange of data between two devices via some form of medium. So for that we are using computer network. So first we are going to define what is a computer network. It is an interconnected collection of autonomous computers. Okay, autonomous computers means independent computers. These are also known as nodes. Independent computers or autonomous computers in a computer network are also referred as nodes. And these are used for sharing resources between them. We have to share the resources. The resources can be hardware resources or it can be software resources, but we should share these resources between the computers. For that we are using computer network. And the hardware resources include it may be a printer, or it may be a scanner, or a fax machine, or modem, or it can be a system as a whole, or a computer as a whole. Okay, we have to share between them, between the computers in a network. And the resources means it can be a software resource, like it can be a software, or it can be a file. Anything can be shared among this computer network. The nodes in a network must share a common communication protocol. That is the prerequisite for a computer network. That is, it should follow some common protocol. Protocol means nothing. It's a set of instructions. The set of instructions must be followed by all the computers or the nodes of in a network. We usually call the computers in a network as nodes. So I will not repeat what is node. Okay, so the nodes are interconnected via communication medias, and these nodes are connected via communication medias, and that I already told there are two types of medias. One is guided medias and unguided medias. We will see what are they. Guided media is also known as wired medias. That is, it is connected through with the help of wires. Examples for such medias are twisted pair, coaxial cable, etc. Okay, or fiber optic, etc. We can have wires for connecting these type of computer nodes. Or we can connect the computers with the help of wireless medias, that is known as unguided media. That is connected with the help of microwaves, satellite signals, etc. So these are the two types of medias, that are guided medias or unguided medias. And we must learn about a particular concept, that is we are going to learn in detail in the second part, that is network topology. Topology or network topology. The way in which the nodes are physically connected is referred to as network topology. So what is the way? There are different ways these nodes can be connected. So in which way the nodes are connected, that is referred to as network topology. The way in which the nodes are physically connected, that is network topology. Computer networks can also include multiple devices which help the communication process between two different devices. So there are other communication devices or the specific devices in computer networks that are called as network devices, which include routers, switches, hubs, bridges, etc. But we are not going to study in detail about these devices. You just understand these devices help the communication in a better way, or the computer networks use these devices which include routers, switches, hubs, bridges, etc. Each and every device have its own functionality, and it will help the communication in a better way. So these are additional network devices. And the computer networks can classify. We can classify the networks based on many criteria. The criteria may be based on the transmission medium used, or it may be based on communication protocols to organize the network traffic, or it can be based on the network size, that is based on the geographical area that covers. Then it can be based on the topology or a traffic control mechanism, or the use, what is the use in an organization, that is the organizational intent. Based on this, we can classify computer networks into various categories. We are going to study only one category, that is one or not one, it can be two, that is based on the topology as well as based on the size of the network, that is based on the geographical area that covers. We will study these two types of computer networks. Then next one is computer networks support many applications and services. Okay, it can support various applications and services. For example, it provides access to World Wide Web. What is the World Wide Web? Well, World Wide Web is actually the internet connection. So through the computer network, we can connect to this World Wide Web. Then digital audio and video, then sharing of application and storage servers, printers, fax machines, and use of applications like email, instant messaging, etc. All social communications are possible through the computer network. So these are the applications and services of computer networks. We are the users of this computer network, but we are going to study about what is a computer network. So this is always useful when you use this kind of services and applications. Now we will see what are the advantages or goals of networking. Why we are using this networking? There are several reasons for that. The first one is it provides resource sharing that we already discussed, but once again I am telling it provides resource sharing. Computer networks provide a mechanism to share programs, data, and devices among the nodes, irrespective of their physical location. The physical location may be at different places, but it allows the sharing of programs, data, and devices among various nodes. For example, many organizations has a substantial number of computers in operations which are located apart. But we can work in a shared manner. We can have a single printer, fax machine, modem, scanner, etc. You may be seen in our lab also. We have several computers, and these computers are connected to only one printer in your particular lab. So these are connected with the help of computer networks. So the printer is shared among every computers. So that is an example for resource sharing. The next point is high reliability. High reliability means the computer networks provide high reliability by utilizing alternative sources of supply. So for example, the information or data could be replicated, could be stored in one or more computers. So that is the replication. We can store in many one or more computers or many computers. So if one of them is not available due to any failure, we can use the other copies. So that is the case when we store it in a replicated manner. So this is an advantage of computer networking. So we will get the information from anywhere, even though any failure occurs in one or two systems. Okay, that is high reliability. Next one is inter-process communication. Inter-process communication refers specifically to the mechanisms an operating system provides that allow the processes to manage shared data. So that is a mechanism that is known as inter-process communication. Actually, it is used by the operating system, and it provides the processes to manage shared data. Computer networks provide a means of inter-process communication. In order to permit this, the network must provide almost error-free communications. So, inter-process communication is utilized by the operating systems, and operating systems are responsible to allow the processes to manage these shared data in a error-free manner. So we will not get any errors while we share our data or anything. So that will be taken care by this inter-process communication. So that is an advantage of computer networking. Next one is cost effectiveness. Cost effectiveness means we can have the computer network that is connected many computers into a computer network, and usually these personal computers have the price performance ratio, better price performance ratio than large computers like mainframes or supercomputers. Mainframes and supercomputers are very costly, and but they are very powerful also. We can do any complex operations using these mainframe computers and supercomputers, but we can get the uh, same efficiency with the help of these computer networks. For example, large computers are 10 times faster than the fastest single chip microprocessors. So the large computer like mainframes and supercomputers are faster than the fastest single chip microprocessor, but they cost 1,000 times more. So the cost of it is also very high. Computer networks provide a mechanism to overcome this imbalance by having a group of computers to perform any complex task or having a shared file server. That means we can have the same functionality of a mainframe computer or supercomputers with the help of sharing the particular computer's resources. For example, we can have a shared file server, and we can store a huge amount of data inside the computers. That will be discussed in the next point also. We can perform the complex task with the help of many computers, as we are doing with the help of single computer, that is mainframe computers or supercomputers. That is the cost effectiveness. So it provides better price performance ratio. Then next point is increased performance and storage capacity. This is also known as scalability. This particular functionality is also known as scalability. Computer networks can be upgraded with more processors without interrupting the existing nodes. This improves the overall performance. We can add any number of computers into the computer network as and when we need it. Okay, so that is the capacity of a computer network. We can upgrade with more processors. In computer networks, there can be a centralized shared server for storing the files. We can have a centralized storage or file server. We can store every data into that. When we studied about the distributed systems, we have seen this facility. So we can have a centralized shared server for storing our files. Otherwise, the storage units of different computers can be combined for providing a huge storage capacity. So these also are possible. So we can increase the performance as well as the storage capacity. Other goals include distribution of processing functions, centralized management and allocation of network resources, then capability of handling dissimilar equipment and software, access to remote information, person-to-person communication, etc. are also possible. So these are the main advantages or goals of networking, which include resource sharing, high reliability, inter-process communication, cost effectiveness, and increased performance and storage capacity. So this by this I conclude, and we will discuss the next topic in our next session. Thank you all.